Hey guys, this is Kamaguno, and today I am doing a review for the final set of episodes for Young Justice Outsiders. So, yes, there has been a Season 4 announcement, so don't worry, we will be getting more Young Justice, but this is the end for a little while, probably for a long while, because it does take a, good amount of time to animate this show, so I'm not expecting it to be, available in the next couple of months, but hopefully it will be within the year. But with these three episodes, our first episode is kind of more of an A to B type episode, probably the weakest out of the whole entire three, where we get to see the Outsiders teaming up, of course, and going up against Granny Goodness, and then by the end, Cyborg joins the team. That's pretty much the whole premise of the episode. And for me, I haven't been a huge fan of the Outsiders aspect, and I guess the overall villain plot, I've expected a lot more since the end of Season 2, and I feel like that was running stagnant, but I will say by the end of this episode, or these episodes, I will say the overall theme of being open and not dealing with the espionage stuff as much, because the show is rooted in secrets and moles, it was kind of interesting to see it, have a twist, and that's what the Outsiders were really there for, and were a metaphor for. And I'm curious to see if they're going to stand by that, or if next season we'll just have a ton of more secrets to come. But Black Lightning, by the end of the show, actually ends up becoming the leader of the Justice League, and he is not into secrets. So that brings me into these next two episodes. So the second to last, penultimate episode, is Artemis dealing with her grief of Wally. That was definitely the biggest moment of the episode. And I love this. This felt like classic Young Justice to me, where Artemis kisses Will, and she's like, shit, I can't do this. And she runs to Zatanna, which is finally right. Zatanna's back. She's always here for about 2 seconds, and Nevermore, but they did utilize her very well here, where she allows her to see Wally, and she believes it's actually the real Wally, but it's actually Miss Martian, who creates this imaginary world for Artemis to show, hey, you need to let go. So it was really Artemis's mind seeing Wally, which was really cool, and again, trippy and psychological, and it was a really strong character moment for Artemis, and I still believe, there's a lot of great character arcs for the show, but Artemis for me is definitely my favorite, and a character that's grown a lot and always has that emotional impact. So, I also really like the ending of the episode where she doesn't end up with Will, because I feel like that would have been the obvious choice of like, okay, I moved on from Wally, let's do this, Will. But I feel like that would bring more drama than happiness, because you had the whole Cheshire thing, and it just felt like it was more of a rebound than actually her liking this person. It just felt like everyone was pushing her in that direction. She's like, I guess I could end up with Will. We're living together. We're raising his daughter together. But I like that they didn't go with the obvious, and I'm curious to see who Artemis will end up with, if anybody. But that was definitely the message, is that, hey, move on. And I think that she's gonna have to take that to heart, unless they play a different story with her. But I really loved that episode, and like I said, it felt like classic Young Justice to me. Now, moving on to the last episode, there's some big changes. Like I said, we get to see Black Lightning in the forefront, which was really cool. And the biggest moment of the episode, seeing Geo-Force kind of go to the dark side, where he does kill his uncle in front of Halo, and Terra's whole entire thing blows up, and everyone finds out that she was working for Deathstroke. Another great Artemis moment is that she actually knew the whole time, and was allowing her to kind of reveal this, which is kind of a nice twist of, again, the original mole stuff, and what made this series so great, which is the secrets and espionage aspect of the series. So, I really like that part. I still don't really like Terra that much, and I guess the outsider characters in general haven't really struck a chord as much as I've wanted to, but I think it's going in an interesting direction, especially Geo-Force kind of, again, being a villain here, or turning to being a villain, and trusting the wrong people. So, how is that going to affect his relationships? How is this going to affect Halo? I thought that was a really good twist. I will say, though, kind of wish there was more build up to it. I feel like there's a lot of wasted time this season. A lot of slow progression, and a lot of filler episodes. So, I feel like Geo-Force's turn was a little quick. I know he was angry throughout the show, but him going that direction, I was like, oh, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, but I kind of wish I saw that build up more. So, it's still a cool twist, though, and I think there's more promise to see the characters we haven't seen. Like Batman Inc., they've just been referenced a lot and not seen at all, so it'd be nice to see them, and I think there's definitely possibilities now that they are, you know, together again. That was kind of the point in the ending of this season. And by the end, everyone's kind of happy, and we also get a little reference to the Legion of Superheroes, and then this ending credit with Lobo, which was weird, but excited to see what they're going to do with that. So a lot of possibilities, and I thought it was a pretty solid ending. Still not my favorite season. Honestly, it's probably my least favorite of the Young Justice franchise, even though it's only been 3. I did like Season 1 and Season 2 better. I thought there were some hiccups with this one, but I'm glad to hear that next season is going to be more character-driven, and I really think that's what it needs to focus on, because this was very plot-driven, but at the same time, I felt like the plot was very stagnant, because the villains just didn't do much in this season, and they still tend to not do much. But I did like that it was more about information being revealed than throwing punches for the finale to defeat I guess the battle of the villains. I wouldn't say the war. The war is definitely still going on with Vandal Savage and Lex Luthor and Darkseid. We're still getting that, but it was cool to see how they defeated them in, again, more of a battle of the brains, which is nice. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this season of Young Justice? Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Definitely go follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Go check out my comics like Father Like Daughter and They Call Her the Dancer. And every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time is Frontline Live, where we discuss our favorite comics and comic book news. So be sure to check that out as well. Thanks, guys. Bye.